Testing. 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 Get that over. Shit. I'm out. Oh, geez. I'm out. I got that green. Yes. 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 I'm back at you again. We're trying to see if our if our video is working all right. Audio testing. Okay, might be all right there. How's everybody doing on a fabulous Sunday? You chime on in, um, and we are discussing um, OTAs. Hope you can hear me all right there. Yeah, so OTAs is rolling, and yeah, so Cowboys, I think, maybe done with OTAs right now. What we focusing on now? Um, if any homies want to jump on in and join me, and and go over some OTAs, or I might slide on and talk about little penalties though. I put the join in the chat, and I'll put instruction. Um, I wanted to go over something that I heard, and I am no better than you. Um, this is what I wanted to go over right now, just for a small, quick brief. Um, I am I am and I wanted to run over scripture with you. I'm doing this no means it's something that's on my heart. I'm no better than you, and and trying to bring up. I'm very religious, but I'm not better than you because I'm thinking that just because I read scripture and I know these things and I know what the Bible says, but I'm trying to humble myself in areas that I'm weak in also. As in the way I talk to people, put people down. I like debating, but I want people to understand when you're on this stream platform, you have to understand that people going to have criticism. People, I am the same way. Okay, I'm the same way. And I criticize people and I say bad things, but I also learn how to have forgiveness in what I say, and people and some homies and other people when they start talking about certain subjects, they get upset, but then they learn how to get along after that. I like grown men that like to talk and talk things out. And I got something that I want to share with you. I don't know if I can put this on right here. It ain't gonna be long. There's a small little scripture that I saw that I wanted to share with you. I don't even know if you can see it. Um, it's right here. Okay, this scripture right here. Where we at? We are on Proverbs. Uh, Okay, on Proverbs 2. A fool has no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. And there's another scripture, that's Proverbs. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and wellspring wisdom of following brook. The worldly wisdom of a man is like a British pool and quickly dries up. However, for the man who knows and understanding the Bible in his mouth will be as deep as waters. I'm just want to go over a couple of scriptures. Um, and let me see. So it is not good to accept the person of the wicked and to overthrow the righteousness of judgment. The only correct judgment in the world is that which come from the righteous mostly, and with the great loss they are ignorant. This is what I want to say. This is what I want to touch base. Proverbs, um, Proverbs 18, chapter 18, right here. A foolish lips enter into contention, and his mouth calls for strokes. His mouth, a fool's mouth, in his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Spiritually, the fool is the one who does not know the Bible because of his lack of knowledge. He will quickly find trouble. His mouth will guarantee his destruction. Now, that's all I want to do is go on with that. And so I'm no better. I'm no better than you. Okay, I'm no better than you. And when people argue and in there, and I'm still growing. I'm still learning this as I grow on my journey, but to spend time with the Lord more. And I have to find this is my way of meditating. When I go on a show with the homies and we do shows and things like that, we have to watch what we say. I understand the debates and things like that, but we have to understand that we are coming together as trying to find better ways for this team to be a better organization. And we know that when Jerry Jones says these kind of things, that the he is baiting us into the drama that he's been doing for over um, 30 something years to get us to divide, conquer. That's what he's doing. He's using the media. He's using the probably cutting them a check. He's probably using all these platforms to continue to keep you riled in and keep that money coming in, and keep that bankroll coming in. And that's all I want to touch on that. But and so when we're having discussions, on topics, me and the fellas, and everybody have to learn how to not, you know, I would say, uh, everybody has a voice and opinion, and when we talk to each other in this way, it makes us feel less important. You know, I have no right to talk. Okay, I have no right to talk. I do the same thing, but I'm just trying to grow to be a better person. Understand that your opinion matters to me also. So when we're talking about these punk ass Dallas Cowboys and this organization, and sometimes I fall back into my flesh. My flesh is weak when it comes to this team. I say bad things that I don't mean to say, but it's the flesh in me. It's not my spirit. Um, and I get to it, and me doing these type of things. That's what you got to find a life outside of football with the Dallas Cowboys. We can't live, eat, and do all these things about the Dallas Cowboys. We have to find other hobbies to do. So, and we can't breathe, eat, and live and shit Dallas Cowboy football. We love this team, and when we get on the shows and we start talking to each other, we all are voicing our opinion. But let's not forget that that we are supporting each other, and everybody has a voice of opinion, but we're not going to put each other down and talk bad to each other and say and, and if the tongue is the worst thing. um the life and destruction and the power of the tongue. Got to remember. The life and destruction is the power of the tongue. So what you say could hurt somebody's feelings, or what you say could 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 put somebody down. And I have no room to talk. I've done this a lot of times, but I'm trying to figure out better ways how to come at it. And just spiritually, that's how that I feel. So am I the first to? Am I the? And I'm in it to accept. Am I the first to do it? Sometimes, yeah. But I'm trying to grow and and stop doing that. Don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. Okay. But as far as putting someone down and talking to them about the feelings, and then and disregarding their feelings, disregarding. That's what the thing. Disregarding your feelings. Okay. Now I'm not trying to go spiritual on y'all. I'm not trying to be the old school. No, I'm just trying. I'm using Bible verses to guide some of you guys out of the temptation for this team. This team has a lot of temptations. That's what it is. It's the temptations. It could be taking your joy away from your life. This life is not promised alone. You're not promised to live a long time like back in the day. They live 900, 800, 700 years back in the day. So life is short. So we're going to talk about these Cowboys, and we're going to see what they need to do to improve to become a better team. So I thought I would just lay that out on my chest. That was on my heart. So like I said, all the fellas that I go on live with, I love everybody. I got much love for, what I'm saying. But voicing your opinion is your opinion, and I gotta respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So when we say mean things and disrespect each other, even though not even on the platform, not even my platform, other platforms, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's entitled to an opinion, but we all come together as a group to unite against this organization, because it's up to some wicked things that we're not seeing. There's another life, there's another um, back door that we're not seeing about the Dallas Cowboys. Something is up with this team that we can't put our finger on right now. We know Jerry Jones is the head monster. We know what he's doing. We know what he's doing. He's using his famous publicity, to divide and conquer the fan base. And until we wake up and realize it's all about money for him, he don't care about winning no championship. And I'm tired of saying I could be wrong, because God has shown me the light to this. You know what I'm saying? So as far as me preaching about it, I do want to go over some things that I saw that hurt this team last year. So I do want to go over some things, and you try to join on there. We can talk a little football, and I'm also open to what I'm open to. I call it freestyle. Um, okay, so what I saw last year about this team, and if you want to jump on in and join me, I said this on the homie show, fifth quarter, uh, last year. Last week. So I saw penalties, and my main thing is this: penalties right here. Um, that Scotty has to clean up, and this is one of the biggest pet peeves of the Dallas Cowboys. Um, the non-discipline that this team is going through right now. This team is in a they're in the dark right now. Okay, as in winning, they haven't done anything in 30 years since '95. They're in the dark near the wilderness. It's all about making money right now. It's all about I'm using these boys for product. And like I said on the homie show last week, that I think that we should. This got undisciplined and got out of character. Diggs and Parson, they doing what they want to do, and they stay in the media too much. They stay in the media too much. I want to go over these penalties last year. Uh, what I want to drop here. So Cleveland, what we have, how many penalties we have in Cleveland there? So 11 penalties against Cleveland last year. Way too much. That was really hard for them to clean up. There's a lot of penalties in that game. They got a total of 85 yards on penalties right there. It's Cleveland. That's the first game. That was 80. That was 11 penalties. Okay. Now I'm not coming to try to demonize them. I said it's a coaching thing. There's a coaching issue that needs to be fixed by Brian. Don't know if he can fix it this year. We'll find out in game one. We'll find out in the preseason. But first of all, this starts in practice. Okay. This will start in practice. It'll start to disciplining and what I need to do as in coverage wise on defensive back skill level, on the holding, on the attitudes, on the false starts, on all of these issues that they're dealing with right now. So there's 11 penalties against Cleveland last year. Okay, then they came back the next week. Then they got 4 penalties in the New Orleans games. Must have been talked to about that by Mike McCarthy. We don't know about that until that haven't been confirmed yet. But that was 4 penalties right there on that game. A total of 26 yards. That was a pretty good game right there. Less penalties. That's what we want to see in 2025. Against Baltimore, they had 6 penalties. They had 6 penalties right there. They lost that game. Okay. That game against New Orleans, they should have won because they only had 4 penalties. Now, they couldn't score points. They couldn't score points against New Orleans. All right, now Baltimore, they got 6 penalties. They should have won that game, but they didn't. 6 penalties for 44 yards. All right, so the week after that, week 4, they got 11 penalties for 89 yards. They won that game, but they scored more points, but that was a close game against them. Okay, that was a close game. All right. So week 5, they had 11 penalties again. See what I'm saying? So the discipline was not there. All right. There's an issue with this team in discipline-wise. All right. Now, I don't know if they're getting it's a lack of coaching. It's a I don't care mentality. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and until somebody comes and get me in my face. So apparently that wasn't done by Mike McCarthy at all in the year 2024. Don't want to bash him too much, but he didn't work out in Dallas Cowboys. He didn't work out there for the remainder of his 4 years in Dallas Cowboys. Nothing happened there. Okay, that thing had a bye week. Week 7 was a bye week. Then they came back and they had a game against San Francisco. In week 8, they had 6 penalties. In the game they should have won. 6 penalties from 30 yards. All right. They should have won that game. All right. So week 9 against Atlanta, they had 9 penalties for 55 yards. They did pretty good. That's horrible right there. They keep them 4 and 5. But the lack of scoring points is the problem with this team. So lost, 55 yards, 9 penalties in yards, in penalties for 55 yards. Okay. Against Philly, 5 penalties to 40 yards. They got blown out and they're scoring points. So it was 34-6. They only got 5 penalties, but they only scored 6 points. So this game we should have won. Maybe with Dak Prescott didn't win it. I don't know. But the reigning Super Bowl champs won that game. Let's move on. So in week 11, they got 9 penalties for 66 yards. Okay. That's a lot of undisciplined stuff going on there. There's a problem with this team, man. They're undisciplined. In Washington, there was 4 penalties when they won that game. Dallas won 34 points, and they gave up 26 points. They won that game. There was discipline in that game. See, you see how they can be disciplined? 4 penalties, and they score points, and they can win the game. That's all they got to do in 2025. They got to stay disciplined. If they can stand ahead of the penalty game and score points in 25, they can have a chance to maybe get into the playoffs and run the ball. But we don't know because of Dak Prescott. and his injury issues. Um, Against the Giants, that's 6 penalties. 20 Dallas scored 27 points, and Giants 20. So they won that game. They only got 6 penalties. If you keep the Dallas Cowboys between 4 and 6 penalties a game and scoring points, they got a chance to win the game every week. That's point blank. So in week 14, they played Cincinnati. They got 4 penalties, and they only scored 20 points. 27 to 20. Apparently, they didn't score enough points, but that's good. They had a great week that week. They only got 4 penalties. But apparently, at the end of the game, it was a fumble, and they lost that game. And they fumbled the ball to Cincinnati. And Cincinnati won that game. Could have went to overtime, but they didn't win it. Carolina was the worst game of all season. 14 penalties. Cowboys 30 points, and Carolina was 14. That was the worst game they had the whole season, 26. 14 penalties for 99 yards. Wow. That's what Scotty got to clean up. 14 penalties for 99 yards. Right there. That's what they need to clean up. I'm telling you. Okay, Tampa Bay. They only have 5 penalties. All right. They only have 5 penalties. They won that game 24-26. You see what I'm saying? If they between 4 and 7, 4 to 6 penalties a game, they got a chance to win. They scored 26 points. And that's from Cooper Rush. So they played a great game that game. Against Philly, they got 8 penalties for 69 yards. They gave up 41 points without scoring no points. And most of these penalties, holding. But we're going to go in there in a minute. Lost that game 41-7 to Philly. Washington. All right. They got 11 penalties. Almost won that game. It was 23-19. Well, late comeback from, against the Cowboys. Defense gave up a lot on that. So the total penalties for the whole 2024 was 128 yards. No, 128 penalties. Wow. This is the problem. So, they got first week face mask. What was this? I'm gonna go back to this. So we're gonna go over this and we'll be done. Offensive line got 278 yards holding calls. The offense got 37 yards, 37 penalties for 273 yards. At home, they got 15 penalties. Away, they got 12. Decline was 7, and offsetting was 5. We got to get this offensive line number down to 21. 2025. Got to get down to 2021. Scotty got to come in, and he has to work on this offensive line. This is not good. They got 27 holding calls. Wow. All right. Defensive side of the ball. There was 28 penalties for 230 yards. They got 14 penalties at home on the defense side of the ball, defensive back, and 14 away, and 6 with decline and 3 offsetting. So this 28 needs to come down to 17. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be, it's going to be better, in 2025. It has a lot to change, man. That's 20. That's a lot for DB. They need a great defensive coach. Don't know if Al Harris was the helpful in defensive. I want to give my apology to Censor for, he was right about Al Harris. Hopefully, this year, they could fix the defensive backfield. Al Harris, I'm not gonna bash him, but he was not the defensive coach that they needed. At in 26, he was just there to help as much as he could, but he moved on to Chicago. Defensive line had 16 penalties for 99 yards, 5 at home, 11 away, and 4 decline. All right. So that needs to get worked. That needs to get worked. That needs to get fixed. Big time. And I'm gonna work on this all off season, and then I'm gonna work on this throughout the whole season. You get better by penalties. You get better at discipline and scoring points. You win ball games by disciplining yourself. It first starts in the house. It first starts at practice, and then it correlates over to the OTA, and then it correlates over to what? Preseason. And then after that, it correlates over to the season. So we're going to look at the preseason to see how well they do on penalty game. And PJ Peace's old school will be paying attention to that quite closely. So the receivers got this year, 24, got 14 penalties, 105 yards. Okay. That's a lot. 6 at home, 8 away, 1 was declined, and 1 was offset. Needs to get down to between 11, between 11, 9 and 11 for receivers. Nowhere receivers should be holding past line of scrimmage. No way. Their blocking needs to be, they need to have better blocking. Teach them how to block on a run play. All right. So it is what it is. Defensive line got 16 penalties for 99 yards. And 24. That needs to get better. It needs to drop down between 9 and 10. They hold in the most painful way during the game. Break up a big run, trying to hold on offensive linemen, doing these things. It's all about discipline. Okay. Tight end. Tight end. Got 13 penalties for 104 yards. Ferguson and those guys, they need to get better. I'm not going to bash them, but it's all about coaching. Need to have this number between 9 and 10 in 2025. 13 for 4 yards. That killed us. And I watched every game that they killed us on. Snake bitten by penalties. Okay? Unknown. There's a down in unknown unset. 11 penalties for 51 yards. Phantom. Lord have mercy. And the linebacker core got 4 45-yard lines. That's going to be special teams, 3 penalties for 5 yards. Running back, 1 penalty. And the quarterback, got a quarterback got penalty. Lord have mercy, 1 penalty, 10 yards. So the Dallas Cowboys had 128 yard penalties, 128 penalties, and 922 yards in penalties. Wow. At home, they had 54 penalties. On the road, they had 74 and 25 and 13. That ain't going to get it, man. It ain't get better, man. Only way you're going to get to the playoffs and win ball games is correct the penalty game and score points. All right. Every on my rant on that. Yeah. Numbers don't lie. It's right here in front of you. But, yeah, hopefully this team gets better. I'll take a small break. How long? Yeah. You'll get better. Hit the like and subscribe button, but me bashing this team is not going to, it's not going to make this team get better. Hopefully they can hear what we say. But, you really can't tell me. They got the money, they got the fame, they got the glory. They got to go out. Right now, they got the money, the fame, and the glory. They got to go out there and want to win. They got to go out there and want to win. They want to take these games and get serious. Got another meditation here. Hey. Say, what the hell is this? This is my bird call. That's me going a little cuckoo. That's from a little bird. That's my friend there. It keeps my sanity, from saying and crazy things. And so this team got to get better on discipline and being better prepared for the game. They got to be better prepared. Let's seek and Scotty get them better prepared. Let's see what we have here. Let's do a little snooping. OTAs. Cowboys had their final OTA practice on the media on Tuesday ahead of the team beginning mandatory minicamp next week. Here's what stood out to the Cowboys.com. Got people doing a little work here. Okay, Pickens going to work. Okay. Pickens doing a little work. Pickens doing a little work. Okay. You got Clark putting in a little work. All right. I don't know what they're doing there. We need to get his head on straight. Stop committing these little silly crimes. If they would just settle their butt down and be bored at home, nothing's in the streets that you need for you to be nothing is in the streets out there for you. Nothing's out there for you, Sam Williams. Not a damn thing. Stay your butt at home and be a father to your kids. Put on movies, eat good, and chill out and go to practice. If you have to read the scripture to straighten yourself out. Stop doing boneheaded things so you can stay on this team, man. You got to earn the trust back. Okay? You got to become better, protected players out there. You're getting paid a lot of money. Stop doing boneheaded things, man. Stop getting tempted, man. Y'all putting to stop getting tempted and be better out there. Okay? You got to be better. We got some OTAs. Everybody trying to get a little work in. Okay, then. I saw something that was on somebody came out a little bit more OTA that I saw earlier. Team needs to start the media, man. Quit trying to be number one in everything. You know. Um, let's see what we can do here. We saw one of the guys put some video up of OTAs. A little bit of OTAs from Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott got a long way to go, man. But a short time to get there. Okay. I've always bashed him, and like I said, Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. Don't know he's fit for the Dallas Cowboys to get to the championship game, NFC Championship, and Super Bowl. The reason why I say that because Dak Prescott has a lot of injuries that he's working on. All right, the injury bug is here, and Father Time is here. That's not me bashing him. That's just the reality of it. Everybody has done came up with injuries, including myself, people on regular jobs. This profession will take you down, all right, because of injuries. Now it's a part of the game. You know, I'm not gonna wish no ill will on Dak Prescott. Hopefully he can, you know, hopefully he can stay healthy. But like I said, the ball's in his court in 2025. You know, everybody, I've been accepted it. You know, like I said, I want Dak Prescott going a long time ago. You know, Trey Lance. I like me some Trey Lance. Now I'm saying that Milton is behind Dak Prescott. You know, and Dak Prescott ain't going nowhere. So now I got to deal with him and see what he says. So, you know, and I'm just trying to wake you guys up. You know, it's going to be a long season with Dak Prescott. You know, injury wise and maturity of the game, you know, it's passed him by. And I'm not putting him down. I'm not saying that, you know, what I'm saying. I'm just saying, you know, from what I see and what I know of the game of getting injured and staying injured, and also to protecting his mind and his and spirituality and him as a human being, this could take a toll on you as a human being. So, you know, I wish him well in 2025. You know, but he has a long road to travel. They gave him everything he needed to make it to the, you know, and at first I didn't want to accept it that Dak Prescott is the quarterback and that but I do want to see a change if he's struggling, and you know, I don't want to see a continue for defense to stay out there on that field constantly and keep getting these turnovers and takeaways, and Dak Prescott is doing anything for that. So that could be, you know, um, that could be the issue in 2025. Dak Prescott's selfishness to stay in control of this team, to keep this team under his foot, is nothing but the devil working in disguise. See what I'm saying? But somebody got OTAs going on here. You know, like I said, it's all just, you know, pads and putting in work, and you know, But you know, it's gonna come down to this man right here. These two, Dak Prescott and Scotty. They have a lot. You see what I'm saying? They got CD Lamb. I said on the homie show the other day. They got CD Lamb. They got Tolbert. They even got Mango. All right. Turpin. Ferguson. Schoolmaker. Pickens. They got he got 7 offensive weapons that he can depend on. Okay? He got 3 running backs. Williams. He got Blue. He got what's that? The Cadillac man. That Karat. I might be pronouncing that name wrong. He got him also. He got a lot of weapons, man. He got Booker up front. He got BB in the center. He got Smith. You know, and Smith. He got Guyton. It's all gonna come down to discipline on Scotty of the offensive line. Can Scotty keep this team disciplined in 2025? Keep your penalties low. Keep the attitudes out the room, the negativities out of the room, and worry about getting the ball back. He has weapons. So, oh, hey, champ, how you doing? Oh, you said Smith should be left tackle? Yeah, if Smith left tackle, who's going to play guard? What are they going to do with Guyton? Hold on, Champ done kicked on in. Let's see what Champ talked about. What's going on, Champ?
What's up? What's up, OG?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you, but hold on. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Champ?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you through my earphones.
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
So what you think about the Cowboys
Problem.
OTAs?
Hold on. Can you hear me there?
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, I'll log out, try to log back on.
Yeah. But yeah. Um, yeah. Okay. There was an issues right there with the microphone. Sorry about that. But yeah. So yeah, Champ jumped on there, but maybe there's a problem. But yeah, but OTAs is over with. Now they got they got mini camp coming up here, mandatory mini camp coming up here. And maybe this week, later on this week, mandatory. Um, Keep the injuries on the low. Don't do nothing crazy out there. And please tell Jerry Jones don't be putting on Sam Williams on special teams. Sam Williams missed all of last year from Jerry Jones' knucklehead mistakes and Mike McCarthy silly thing that they did were putting Sam Williams on special teams. The most boneheaded things that I noticed that Jerry Jones do. Snake himself. But Lord, please forgive me. Jump on in, champ. Holler at me. I'm sorry, earlier when I started the show, I came at y'all spiritually. I'm not a preacher. But I want everybody to understand when me and the homies do the shows together, that we're going to respect each other. I would like for that to be considered. Not everybody's voicing their opinion respectfully, you know, and I'm not proud of what I said in the past either, you know. Sometimes my flesh can get weak, and I may say things, to hurt other people's feelings. But I do know how to. I try to at least, check my own flesh. Sometimes my tongue can be hasty too. Um, but like I said, we don't know each other, But growing a friendship is hard because trust is hard to be earned. So we all fight for one damn thing right here. And that's for the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. We only got one goal in mind, must I mind you, is to get to the NFC Championship game and go to Super Bowl. And I'm tired of being a loser. We've been a loser for 30-some years. We've been a loser, bro. We're the only organization in 30-something years. Some organizations ain't even seen it. But we've been the only organization that done so much in the past and then can't get it together in 2025 because this team been snake bitten by Mr. Jones and his greed. The root to all evil is money, is that paper. And that's what I feel like he's been playing us for 30-something years. And continue to play us. Turn the fan media against each other. Turn the fans against each other. And some guys are out here trying to make money off likes and trying to get paid and trying to get the cash apps out there and trying to come off YouTube making money. So is Dallas Cowboys, are they your money-making team? Or do you even want to ride with this team, ride or die, and don't ask for no money, And stop trying to live off the glitter and glam and the fortune of the fan base and the past to get paid. I don't care about I'm blessed that you're watching my show. You're watching me talk, speak about it. But I don't care about a whole bunch of money, no whole bunch of likes. Money is good. But but what I want this team to do is be better. Is to be perfect. Discipline. And can Scotty bring this to the team? I don't know, but we'll find out here in months to come because it's coming. Let's move on to some more highlights. And by answering your question, champ, I feel good about OTA right now, but I need to see it's more discipline being done here with this team. This team is lacking discipline, and they're hard headed. They're young men who take what they have for granted. You know, like I said, Dak Prescott is fortunate that he's come a long way with this team. He hasn't done anything for a long time. All right. He's been blessed. All right. He's been blessed. Okay. And for him to go out there and do what he does, not a care in the world, that's fool on us because we have allowed this from Dak Prescott. Okay. That's point blank. We have allowed this from this organization. Any other organization would have been and kicked these coaches out of here and got Dak Prescott out of the team quickly because we're tired of losing. We're tired of losing. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of losing. Not caring to wear. We're all eyes is on Scott, and he knows all eyes is on him. All right. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid right now, but he knows. He knows that all eyes is on him. The ball is in his court right now. All right. It's up to Scotty to get this team disciplined. Okay. He knows that a lot is on his shoulders. I like the energy, you know, but what can you do? You've been handed the keys to the Ferrari, to the Mustang, to the Palace. Do you have any discipline about you? Do you have what it takes to get this team where it needs to be? Okay. When you see Dak Prescott out there throwing interceptions and turning the ball over and not carrying the wear, do you go and take him out the game? Do you set him down? When you see these guys acting foolish out here, catching cases, getting arrested, all the holding calls, are you going to set them down? Are you going to take them out the game? Or are you going to discipline? You know, when you see this childish behavior coming from grown men, it all starts with you, Scotty, and your coaching staff. Okay? It's going to start with you, bro. So, you know, we're not fooled no more. What we're going to do, we're going to sit back, we're going to watch, and we're going to tell you how it is. And that's what this channel is all about. And that's what the homies talk about. You know, fifth quarter, Cowboys champ, 1980, Savage, Nate Dogg, Eshawn. You know, we all go on the show. We, you know, like fifth quarter, we holler at each other. We say that we want this team to win. All right. We want this team to win. We want them to be successful. But when we're stuff that we don't like, we're gonna call it because that's what you're supposed to do as a fan. We're gonna call it. Now we ain't bashing them. We ain't saying that they're a shitty human being. They're terrible human beings. That they're no for good people. That they're horrible fathers. That they're shitty role models. We're not saying that. We're not bashing them down. What we're doing, we're calling out what needs to be corrected. I'm calling out, and me and the homies are calling out what needs to be done. You know, what needs to be corrected. And why is everybody in such a love that they have for Dak Prescott and this team? You know, giving so much love and praise to somebody who haven't done anything for over 10 years. So it is what it is. You know, um, we all saying that we want this team to succeed, but also we don't want this team to fail. But when we see that they're trying to send us for a spin, the media and Jerry Jones, and said this team is ready for a Super Bowl, you know, don't don't try to fool me, okay? Don't try to fool me and that type of thing because that ain't gonna work. But I'm excited. I'm excited for football to be back. Um, and I'm excited that it is on and popping right now. But it is what it is. Let's see what's going on. See anything more exciting thing going on here. We got the NBA Finals rolling right now. We got Indiana and we got Oklahoma. Right, pop that on here. We ain't gonna be on too long today. We just want to, talk about a little bit of discipline, OTAs, and penalties. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. And, hit the like and subscribe button. Um, but hit the like and subscribe button if you don't mind. Um, yeah, we're just doing a little snooping right now. Hold on, we're trying to pop a notes here right now. Like I said, man, the devil he'll kill, seek, and destroy this team, and he will come, kill, seek, and destroy your peace, your insanity. All right, so somebody's posting all these things right here. This guy here is he keep running off at the mouth, but got Jaden Blue starting running back, Ferguson tight end, CD Lamb wide receiver one, Pickens two, Jalen Mingo and Turpin at third wide receiver. They think left tackle, Tyler Guyton at left tackle, Smith at guard, Cooper. I still don't know about Cooper at guard, man. I don't think he's strong enough. I just don't know, man. That's up in the room. Um, Booker at right guard, Turnstile at the right. They stay in the media too much. Oh well, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Ain't got about that rookie free agent though, the wide receiver today. I still got love for him too. All right. This lady, Jerry Jones, is the 2020 25-26 head coach, Jerry Jones. I like that though. Ladies and gents, may I introduce you to the Cowboys 2025 head coach, Jerry Jones. Yep, devil in disguise. Owner in the locker room. They stay in the media too much. But hey, we're gonna bash this team. Let's see what cheap bodies off the scrap need to fill out the roster. But it is what it is. So, you know, they gotta be ready. Made up for about an hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna get ready to close it on down. Thanks you guys for you know um the Blitz gotta see if they're gonna can I watch the Blitz? That's what you got the Blitz. I gotta go in and do some things on the Blitz. I gotta go in and fix that Blitz thing. Yeah, but you know, um OTAs is over. Now they gotta get back to mandatory minicamp and stay out of trouble, stay focused, and come in and get ready to play some ball. Get ready to play some ball. OTAs is OTAs is coming upon us next month, really quickly. So y'all better be ready. And look like Guy lost a lot of weight. Guy cut off a lot of weight. He looking good. Number 60. So I'm happy for him. I hope he does well in 2025. Stop with it's all about the coaching staff to help this team. But we'll find out more. We'll find out more. Looks could be deceiving. You can walk through darkness, and he'll show you the light. You ain't gonna fool old school slash Finney JP. I know what Jerry doing. He trying to play us. Played me for a long time, and I woke up. That man gets more money, all right, losing than he do winning. Because everybody gonna tune in to the Dallas Cowboys. All right. He's on every sports network, every sports cast there is out there. All right. He's using the fame and fortune of the Dallas Cowboys name and turn the fan base against us. Has he succeeded so far? Yes. Because we don't demand more from him. We're not riding. We're not turning off the ball games. We stop buying gear, you know. We're not respecting ourselves, you know. We just want to win so bad that we're willing to do whatever it takes to get there, to see him go there. Do I want to see it? Yes. Do I want the hypocrisy and all that bullshit to stop? Yes. I want it to stop because I want to win this team. but I'm not gonna ride and die, give them my insanity. My bird helps me. My bird helps me with my insanity with this team. And you know, prayer does too. Trip to that type of thing. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. What I want to hit y'all before I leave, but anything positive? Let's see. We got some positive outcomes here. So who keeps understanding self-find, showing him and feeling faith. I want more passage I want to go with y'all before I end my stream. Let's see. This is a peace of mind. To help me with my insanity when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. I have to pray to help me. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And whatever you do in your off time, that's really good. Turn the TV off, turn the noise off. I'm trying to bring something. He who gets wisdom love his own soul. He who keeps understanding shall find good. The wisdom and understanding of this proverbs mean heavenly knowledge and can only come from the Bible. Passage 24. A man who has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. The greatest friend of all in the Lord Jesus Christ will never leave you nor forsake you. A man who has friends must show himself friendly. And there is a friend who sticks closer than the brother. Okay. So, my passage, and I'm not saying that, that you should live your life, like mine. But I'm saying, if you got friends, and I consider all the homies my friends, but I'm not saying that, you know, um, that I'm better than anybody because I can be my own worst critics, and I'm working on myself for sure when it comes to this team and other people around. All right, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. All right, so we gotta love each other, respect each other, and then grow from that. Is what I'm saying. All right. Now, some people say some derogatory things, you know, because they don't want change, but there's a change in everybody. And there's a change in me. I tell you that about the show. That I need to change. And my thinking process needs to get better, you know. But I'm like I said, I'm not better than you. I got issues that I'm working on too when it comes to this team. When I hook up with the homies, when I, if you want to say some things, about me, I don't, hey, you want to criticize what I do or what I say, that's cool. That's your opinion of me, but just don't disrespect me in any way. I won't do that to you. And and I'm not saying that I'm no better than you. I have done that, but I'm working on myself. So, so define yourself outside of this team. Work on your spirituality, as in, where you want your life to go. Because Jerry Jones has put us in a position to talk so much trash to each other because we know what the problem is. It's Jerry Jones and his organization. So if we could rally together, you know what I'm saying, as a team, the Cowboys fan team. See what I'm saying? That's a new name, Cowboy fan team. It ain't about likes to me. All right. It ain't about who's right or wrong. Who the man, or who got the most likes, or who makes the most money, or who has the most pictures, or who has all of this. That's fame, glory, and all that. I don't need all that. What I need to find my sanity away from this team to find out the truth is what's going on with this team. And we see it's right in front of you. And JP gonna walk you right to the water. He gonna walk you to the water, and he gonna walk you to the light. So it's up to you to follow. So you can talk crazy. You can come along. You can spend time with me. With the Lord, and you understand it. But some people got issues. I'm not saying I don't have issues either. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no room to talk about nothing to nobody. All right, but it's on your inner self. To fix yourself as a human being. Find something outside. Spend time with your family. Spend time with yourself. Work out. Get in the gym. Go to movies. Spend time with your wife. Spend time with your kids. Off season is this off season right here. But around September, I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be watching. If the Lord blesses. And OTA is the same way. So that is that's my spiel for today. There's going to be some goods and some bads this whole season. So get your mind, get your frustrations out of it. Y'all find something else to do with yourself. If you vent on the show and you vent to me and I vent to you, that's good. But let's not be negative. See what I'm saying? Let's not be negative. And we live to talk another day. Like the movie Friday, we live to fight another day. We live to talk about another day. And that's what we need to do. We're not gonna let Jerry Jones drag us through the mud and treat us really bad because he is the man with all the money and all the scamming. You got to understand that Jerry Jones is running game. He's running game on the fans. He's running game on us. It's all about making that paper and putting out all these things out here. You know what I'm saying? He can only do so much, but putting the Cowboys in the media constantly, these guys need to grow up and stop exposing themselves to the media, making all of these weird acting, all these acts that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to condemn them for what they did last year, but Scott needs to control this team, get this team under control. If he does not have control of this team in 2025 as of right and now, then there will be no change. It's going to take a minute, but he has to start small and then work his way up. He has to get the drama out the locker room. There's a lot of drama in the locker room. He has to start, and it starts now with him. But like I said, they didn't do they didn't bring a strong coach in here because I wanted the guy out of Buffalo. That's what I wanted. A very disciplined man. Frazier. I wanted him. And I also wanted Glenn because Glenn is holding Bible study on campus, on the facility. This could be a strong outing for the Jets. I mean, a season for the Jets because I wanted Glenn. That's who I wanted to come in and coach this team. So we'll find out more in 2025 about Scotty and his discipline. because I don't know the discipline. We'll find out. Give them a chance, but we'll find out. We can talk all we want, but that's what I want, and you should want that too. Winning and worry about Dak Prescott health and his carelessness with the football, and he got his money, so now go out there and play. It's time to play now, buddy. It's time to play. God gonna show the truth about you. You know, because I feel that he has a major part in a lot of stuff that's going on right now, that's in the past. But I'm not going to sit here and condemn him either. But you'll find out more in 2025 about this team. But that's going to do it for PNJP Old School. Thank you guys for listening, and much love and respect. And hopefully have about a wonderful Sunday and the rest of your weekend, and hopefully have about a great week coming. And I will come out with some more videos this week. And I hope everybody love your families, love your wife, and call your loved ones and tell them you love them on a constant basis, because every day is not promised to us. This life is short. So hopefully you guys could like and subscribe, and my channel, and much love and respect to you. Other than that, peace out.
Now, Lord, I thank you, and I'm not philosophize. Come on, thank you. The feed of a microphone, of the microphone feed, of the microphone feed. The microphone feed, the microphone feed. The microphone feed, the microphone feed. I'm telling you, everybody here, I'll fight anywhere, anytime. People never gonna see it happen because he's gonna retire. You see, he don't fight no real man. He fight himself. What? You're a disgrace to this sport. Shut up, old man. You that jumping where to come from. That's what you're trying to do, right? The beat of a microphone, of the microphone feed, of my microphone feed. The microphone feed, the microphone feed. The microphone, the microphone, the microphone feed, the microphone feed. The microphone feed, the microphone feed. The microphone feed. The microphone. The beat of a mic. Cause I got that green.
Wait a minute. Let's get that over.
He's a microphone fiend. I'm hollering at you because I got that green. I got the this thing to holler at you because I've got that thing. He's a microphone fiend. I'm hollering at you because I got that green. He's a microphone fiend. I'm hollering at you because I want that dream.
Wait, I get that one more time.
He's a microphone fiend. I'm hollering at you because I want that dream. He's a microphone fiend. I'm hollering at you because I need that dream. I got to have that ring going to the. Mother man, on your town. Who am I? Hope everybody enjoyed the show. It's Fina JP coming at you live from the studios this afternoon. Just here, relaxing here. It is in its mid 90s here in where I'm at. Nice, warm, and cuddly. Thanks everybody coming in to the show this afternoon. Hope everybody have a wonderful, wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. God bless everybody. Love everybody. Until next time, holla at me. Peace. Love you. God bless you.